Cardi B walked out of court yesterday with a big smile after the jury cleared her of all accusations in a civil assault case. A former security guard had filed a massive lawsuit demanding $24 million, claiming that back in 2018 at a Beverly Hills Eat High medical office, Cardi B allegedly hit her, scratched her, and even spit on her. At that time, Cardi was secretly pregnant, something she hadn't shared publicly yet. According to her, the guard had tried to record her inside the doctor's office without her consent, which led to a heated confrontation. The plaintiff is still sticking to her version of the story, but the jury wasn't convinced. On every single one of the 4 charges, the jury sided with Cardi B. Her legal team said what really happened was nothing more than a loud exchange of words, not a physical attack.
So first thing first, I want to thank my lawyers, I want to thank the jurors, I want to thank the judge, and I want to thank the respectful press. I really, really appreciate that. And I want to thank everybody at home supporting me. I know you guys having a little key with the moment, but to be honest with you, I have missed my kids' first day of school today. I missed my kids' last week of school yesterday because of this. And I'm not even playing around. I will, even if I'm in my deathbed, I swear to God, I will say it in my deathbed. I did not touch that woman. I did not touch that girl. I didn't lay my hands on that girl. And with that being said, this time around, I'm going to be nice. The next person to try to do a frivolous lawsuit against me, I'm going to countersue. And I'm going to make you pay. Because this is not okay. I think people have like this misinterpretations of celebrities. Like, it's like, oh, well, we could ask for this and they're going to settle. You don't work at home and you don't work all day and you don't work for your money to give out your money. So don't ever think that I'm just going to give you my money that I work hard for. I don't lay in bed all day. I work all day. And I work hard for my money for my kids and for people I take care of. So don't you ever think that you're going to sue me and I'm just going to settle and just give me my money. It's not going to happen. I do also want fans at home, though, not to find their social media, her family's social media, her social media, and bother her. I hope that this is something that I leave behind, that she leave behind. Don't go bother her. Don't be talking about her. Don't be talking about how she look. Don't call her no nasty names. Let's just put this behind. But I'm giving a warning. I am not that celeb that you're going to sue and you think it's going to settle. I'm not going to settle, especially when I'm completely innocent. I know I got a little reputation, but I swear to God I'm innocent. I swear to God, like this, like I'm really innocent for real. And I just want to say thank you, everybody.
The justice system is sometimes flawed, and unfortunately, that was the case for me. Like I said, I still stand firm on my position. I still stand firm on my attorney. I think we fought a good fight, but like I said, more importantly, it's about accountability. I had my day in court. I showed up. I held my head high, and I can walk away and say that I showed up, and she had to look me in the eye. I had to look her in the eye, and we did our best.
Are you sorry you brought the case in retrospect?
Not at all. Not at all.
She said that she would refuse to countersue in this case. She said that if anybody else, brings a case, this is her words, that's frivolous, she called it, she would be countersuing, not to basically mess with her again. What do you think about that?
I think it showed volume to her character, the type of person that she is. A lot of her body language, her body gestures, her facial expressions, her disrespect for the court, I think speaks to who she is. I think we saw how I conducted myself during this trial, and I think that speaks volume.
That woman you just saw is the alleged victim in Cardi B's civil case. The lawsuit stems from an incident way back in 2018. According to her, she was recording Cardi B inside a medical office when things suddenly turned ugly. Cardi, who was secretly pregnant at the time and didn't want the world to know, allegedly lashed out. The victim says Cardi cursed at her, hurled racial slurs, and even spit directly on her. She also claims Cardi scratched her face with those sharp, claw-like nails. The woman eventually found a lawyer willing to take on the case, and together they decided to sue for a staggering $24 million. Now, even people who thought the story might be true believed that number was ridiculous. From the start, many felt $24 million was over the top and doomed the case. The judge seemed biased. The jury didn't really view Imani as a victim. And her attorney didn't exactly deliver the strongest presentation either. On top of that, demanding such an outrageous amount of money only made things harder. It gave everyone in the courtroom another reason to dismiss the case. Some voices online argue that if Cardi B had been a black man instead of a Latina woman, the system would have treated her very differently. They say society is quicker to tear men down, but more forgiving of women, especially famous ones. In their eyes, Cardi is allowed to get away with things others wouldn't. They even believe the only person who could ever truly be seen as a victim against Cardi B would be a Karen. And if you know Cardi's history, you can see why people aren't shocked by these claims. She's the same woman who made headlines on reality TV for throwing shoes at other women. She's the same one who was accused of jumping two sisters at a strip club in Queens, only to walk away with community service. So when people hear that she might have popped off on a female security guard, especially a black one, they don't find it hard to believe. Let's not forget, this is the same Cardi B who made headlines at the Met Gala after trying to go at Nicki Minaj. In front of cameras and a crowd full of celebrities, she took her shoe off and threw it right at her. She ended up leaving the event with a knot on her forehead, looking like something straight out of a cartoon. People compared her to a Tom and Jerry skit, like she'd just been smacked with a frying pan. And yet, just months later, instead of facing backlash, she was rewarded with a Grammy. That moment made it clear, no matter how wild her behavior gets, the industry and her fans rally around her. Each time she lashes out, she walks away untouched, and that silence says more than words ever could. The problem is, without any real accountability, there's no reason for her to change. The pattern keeps repeating. And if you need proof, just look at how she carried herself right outside the courthouse.
Hey Cardi, you're beautiful.
Thank you.
Cardi, insiders are claiming that Offset is publicly bragging about getting you pregnant for the 4th time. Do you foresee any paternity issues with Stephon Diggs?
Stop disrespecting me. Don't disrespect me. Don't disrespect
Cardi,
me.
your court look is amazing. Who
You're
are you
amazing,
wearing?
Cardi. I still love you, even though you just threw some stuff at
I
me.
don't care. You're disrespectful. Don't do that. Do you see women asking those type of questions to me?
No,
She's
ma'am.
a
Women asking
queen.
those questions to me.
It's a legit
Why
question.
do you feel as a man you get to ask me those type of questions? Act like you have some manners.
That's right.
And your mama taught you respect women.
That's right. You
All
look
right, Cardi.
gorgeous, Cardi. Go ahead, Bronx. You was.
And you could thank him. I'm not playing around. I
love
was
you,
very
Cardi.
nice. I was very kind. But you're not gonna.
Cardi, I love you. It's just a
Nobody-
question.
What really shocked people was how Cardi acted right outside the courthouse. Imagine being in the middle of a trial over your temper, and then doing the exact same thing the moment you step outside. That alone showed how unpredictable and impulsive she can be. This time, the situation wasn't even random. It was set up. Word is, her own label, Atlantic, fed bloggers certain questions to stir things up. And when a man asked her one of those questions, she exploded. Yet when a woman approached her with the same thing, her reaction was totally different. That's not a coincidence. It fit the narrative she wanted to spin, turning the moment into some staged female empowerment speech, hoping to rally her supporters. For years, Cardi's been able to lean into this women versus men angle, especially whenever drama with Offset takes over headlines. She's turned those situations into a way to get feminist voices, particularly online communities, to defend her no matter what she does. And outside of her relationship drama, her biggest rivals remain other female rappers. But the reason she can keep pushing this empowerment image is because her audience allows it. Many of them are quicker to side against black men than to hold her accountable, so she never truly faces consequences. That's why, no matter how many times she crosses the line, fans continue to defend her. And it makes you wonder, how does someone who came up as a stripper, built a career on shock value, and put out explicit tracks keep talking about respect while constantly disrespecting others?
Cardi then threw a pin at a reporter right outside of the courthouse, and Imani's attorney then ran his ass straight to the judge and snitched on her. Y'all, I cannot.
You really have to ask, how damaging has Cardi B's influence been? Not just on the music industry, but on the culture itself. Because at the end of the day, she's more of an influencer than an artist. Her career hasn't been built on talent. It's been built on shock value and controversy. Look back at the last 7 years. How many young women has she influenced while bragging about drugging men, robbing them, being tied to gangs, and openly celebrating the kind of behavior that tears lives apart. She's been able to repeat those stories again and again, turning reckless choices into entertainment, while countless fans, especially young women, watch and copy. And then she has the nerve to question what somebody else's mother taught them. The real question is, why didn't her mother teach her how to stay off the pole? Why didn't she learn how to carry herself with dignity, with class, with discipline? Instead, she's in court getting angry about questions that her own team planted, all to stir up headlines and keep people talking about a pregnancy and an album rollout that already looks like it's heading toward failure. Make no mistake, she's out of line completely. But the sad truth is, a lot of people still line up to defend her. And here's the craziest part. Some of her loudest defenders are the same black women she once insulted by calling roaches. Yet they continue to stand by her, all under the banner of so-called female empowerment.
I'm not a lawyer, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say that if you're being sued for assault and battery, it's probably not a good idea to go outside the courthouse and assault and batter somebody.
Notice how different her reaction was depending on who asked the question. When a woman approached her with it, she didn't explode. But when a man said the exact same thing, suddenly she went off. That alone tells you everything. And then comes the predictable defense. She's a mother, she's a woman. It's the same line every time, a dog whistle used to dodge accountability. Instead of owning up to her behavior, it gets spun into some feminist talking point, something meant to silence criticism and paint her as untouchable.
Cardi is not taking that trial seriously. She does not care at all. The only thing she cares about is that trial made her miss her baby's first day of school. Because that reporter out there, he said that little bit to her and then she threw that marker. Baby, you already on trial for assault. Why you throwing markers?
Cardi B knows exactly what she's doing. She picks her battles carefully, and she's not about to try that same behavior with the wrong person. Because if she did, she'd get checked real quick. Think about it. How does someone keep putting their hands on people, throwing things, and lashing out over and over again without facing real consequences? The truth is, if you're waiting for the justice system to step in, you'll be waiting forever. That's why she keeps landing herself in these same messy situations, because nothing changes. Instead, she'll turn around, hop online, and start crying for sympathy, hoping people will rally behind her yet again. But here's the reality. She's pushing 33 years old. At what point do people stop making excuses and start holding her accountable for her own actions? Because until that happens, this cycle will never end. So let's talk about it. What do you think about all of this? Drop your thoughts down below.
Here with Cardi B throwing stuff at people. And this is a problem that I have with Cardi B. You're at court for assaulting somebody who claims that you put your hand in their face and cut them, but you're outside throwing stuff at a reporter just because he asked you about your pregnancy by your side dude. Cardi B has a bunch of yes men around here, and they won't tell her the problem is her. So she's correct when she named her album Am I the Drama? Yes, you are the drama. Everywhere you go, there's a problem. Everywhere you go, you're throwing stuff at people. Everywhere you go, you find a way to get another lawsuit. So at the end of the day, maybe Cardi and her team need to look up and say, girl, calm the hell down. You did not have to react emotionally to everything that's asked of you. Like literally, the man just asked her if she was going to have paternity issues between Offset and Stephon Diggs. You know that you live a public life, right? And that everybody on the internet knows that you slept with Stephon Diggs while you was pregnant with Offset's child. So that's not a disrespectful question. And quite frankly, women weren't disrespected. You were disrespected because you felt triggered by what he asked. Cardi B is never going to learn, and she's going to just keep racking up lawsuits on Atlantic's watch until they're bankrupt. So I'm praying for her. And y'all people on the internet, especially the GP and the Black Twitter people, y'all are the problem because y'all enable this type of behavior all the time.